Hello, everyone! Welcome to the GameKraft GameKast on the GamerAccess.com. I'm your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by Anthony Ta.
I got some chicken nuggets. Again! Yes.
You are going to
It's
get
totally
sick.
delicious.
You are going to get sick at some point. And Bremen Milan.
What up?
That was really delayed. Okay. Anyway, how are you gentlemen doing this evening?
I got lots of work done, so I feel awesome.
I went to the first half of a friend's bachelor party after getting 3 hours of sleep because they were very insistent that I show up to do this. So you guys know that rope swing at the GSR? Like that big bungee swing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 hours of sleep and then went on that. So
I
Wow.
wish you went on it. I will never get on that thing.
dude, it's fun. It is super fun.
How high up do you
My
go?
heart stops.
That is 180 feet in the air. And then it drops you.
Yeah, I think you had to give me some booger sugar for that.
You know. Yeah, no, like
Well,
that's
to be honest though, after going on the Hollywood Hotel ride at California Adventure Park, actually, you know what? That rope thing would be scary.
no, it's scary. It was fun though. It's super fun.
Yeah, that is the point. The adrenaline rush. Yeah, that ride's been there for a really long time. I think it's been there since the early 2000s or something. Back when that place was still called the Hilton, I think.
Yeah. Oh god, it was called the Hilton. The Hilton was like the Hilton, and then what was it after the Hilton? Before it was the
It became the GSR, I think.
Okay, like before the red lights, it was so classy, and like now
It was so classy. It had purple lighting. It's got a really nice logo, but then they changed the logo to something that looks really cheap. They put on the side of a building a gigantic video screen, which during the daytime is fine, but it doesn't have an auto dimmer function. So at night, it's this giant ray of light that the whole city on the west side can see.
Dude, I live downtown, which is like central Reno, and like I literally have to walk like half a block away, and I can see that whatever the hell is on that screen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're allowed to do that, but I guess they are. But no, like, I think it would have been better if they kept the classiness on the outside, but did the renovations inside like they do now. Like, I'm not joking, seriously, all of a sudden, overnight, that nightclub that's in there is the nightclub in the whole city. That's what I like to tell. They got, did Jason Derulo go there? I think he did. Like, that club is suddenly the biggest club, and they put so much money into that place's renovation. Like, you walk inside, and it's like a whole new place. Which, you know, kind of blows your mind away. But yeah, that's the GSR.
Yeah, we'll move past that after this last comment on it, and that's like because that big red logo and those tasteless as hell red lights, it looks like something out of like a 1984 dystopian future. Like, you will love Big Brother, you will love the GSR. We are watching.
Well, they got the video screen to do it, should that ever happen.
Yeah, see, they're preparing for the brainwashing.
Yeah, but that building's really interesting. Like, freaking, like, you could really tell who's a longtime local of this area if they could figure out the old names of that building. Like, I think it started off as the MGM Grand, then it became Bolly's, then it became the Hilton, and then now the GSR. But, yeah, if you were a longtime local, you'll know. But that's one of the casinos around here. Casino Hotel Resorts. But video games, because casino is technically gaming, but not the kind of gaming we do.
Well, I love the way I do my gaming.
In your underwear in the dark.
Well, why are you peeking, bro?
You're just that attractive, Bremen. I couldn't help myself.
Damn.
No. So we've all been playing video games. I assume we've all been playing the same video game. Metal
I can't
Gear.
stop playing it, dude.
You're lucky. Like, I almost wish I would have got the PC version because that way I could have played it. Nah, that's a lie. I was gonna say I could have played it at work, but like, I'm lucky to get anything done at work right now because one of the clients is off his meds, like, because they're switching out him to a new med, so he's up all night.
Yeah, well, I'm at a mission which is kind of annoying. I hate escort mission parts, but I guess it's part of the story.
That part I was stuck on. So I figured out a way I could beat it. I'm gonna grind for the rocket launch. I'm gonna grind out other base points, and like mother base people and set up, and then go get the trank sniper rifle and the rocket launcher. Blow the helicopter up, or trank snipe the walkers. Blow the helicopter up. Get in a walker and take that base to town.
Well, you don't have Quiet joining you anyway. But I mean, the other way to do it is have Quiet shoot the grenade onto the helicopter when you throw a grenade.
That'd be pretty great. That'd be really great.
Apparently she has that skill where you throw a grenade and she shoot it to the helicopter.
I love all the different approaches to missions in that game because like you have you can go the stealthy way for any mission, or you can just go bleeping Rambo.
It's tempting right now because I already have a tank.
No, Quinn has a tank. Like, I was watching, Quinn decided to stream some last night when I was at work, and because it's hard to focus and play a game and monitor a client, I'll watch streams because it's kind of like television. I can go leave. Versus the Heroes of the Storm game where I can't really leave. So if he's, say, making pasta and nearly catches the house on fire, that's a story I'll tell at the end of this podcast. I was watching Quinn and he got a tank. Like, he stole a tank and now he has a tank and he's just rolling into missions and just blowing the living crap out of everything. I'm just like, that's one way to go about things.
Yeah, you could do so many things. Like for me, it is mediocre stealth. Sorry, it's mediocre stealth until I get noticed. Then I go Rambo.
I tackle each mission differently. In the case of the one I'm on currently, which you saw me do part of during 6-minute access, I've noticed that because there is so many chances of getting spotted, that I'm just going to take I'm going to farm for the trank sniper rifle. And I've noticed all right, I can do this half and half. I can trank as many dudes as possible with that thing, and then jack one of those walkers and start just taking stuff out. That seems like the best way to go about this.
Yeah, but that's the beauty about that game, though. You can do whatever way you want to do it.
It's really neat because you're creating your own stories, which I know that's cliche as hell. And if I choose to write a review for this game, I'm going to say that in my review. But it's so true because every single person I watch play that game, everyone I've watched play Bloodborne, it's very okay, this person, all do it in different ways. Quinn plays that game like he's bleeping Rambo. Put a bandana on him, and let him go to town.
Yeah, that is a great thing because in Metal Gear 4 you couldn't really do that because then Snake would just have too much stress. And that would be bad. But in this game you don't really pay a penalty other than you're getting fired at. Which is bad, but it's not stress where Snake will start puking.
You still get graded for certain missions, but if you're in it just to have fun, dude, you could play any way you want.
So because right now I'm on kind of a farming mission, I'm doing side ops and farming stuff so I can get my R&D higher so I can have an easier time in that mission I've been stuck on. I'm going into these bases being all right, they got these 3 really elite dudes here. I need to capture them, so I can't kill them. so I need to play this as stealthy as possible. So it's like, okay, how can I draw these guards out from like over here? Oh, I'll set C4 on this Jeep, have them blow up the Jeep, have them check it out. They all rush to get it, and I can go inside and get their commanding officers like a B and 4 different things.
Yeah, or I mean, you don't even have to kill those guys too. You could just freaking extract them, all of them.
Yeah.
That's one of the wacky things about this game is that it is a serious game, but it likes to be a little wacky, like the extraction thing. That's like one of the most hilarious portable balloon systems I've ever seen.
I like how they can die on like the ride up too.
Oh
like,
yeah, because that kind of force could break you if you're like really, really injured.
Oh
yeah, I accidentally
weather affects that too.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I remember. Like for me, it was okay. So extract this guy. He could be your great communications guy. He's very fluent at translating English and Russian. We need to get you this guy. So I tranquilized him, but right when I hit the balloon thing on him, the sandstorm came in and he was lost. So I was like, well, time to load a checkpoint because I forgot about the weather.
There have been several points where a sandstorm has completely screwed me and has completely helped me. Like I'll be sneaking into a base and be like, crap, there's no way into this base. A sandstorm hits and I'm like, jackpot. And then there's other times where like a sandstorm will hit and I'll be like, crap.
In my case though, it's always helped me every time. Like that, there was one where I had to destroy like a tank unit, and there was 4. I'm not kidding. 4 guards, 4 freaking guards.
Hold on, I gotta ask. The 2 tanks and the colonel.
Yeah. And it's like I took them out with the sandstorm. It fucking helped me.
All right, this is what I did for that one. I trailed them in the horse like far enough so they didn't notice me, and on the way there, I found an APC, got into APC, took out the 2 tanks. And then just parked in front of the colonel, beat the crap out of them, then Fultoned him up.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. With Metal Gear though, it's great how you can do all these different things. You know, your way, or you find different ways.
Like I know it's really early to say in my playthrough, but I see why this game is getting the reviews it's getting, and I think this might jump ahead of Batman for my game of the year.
Yeah, it's looking
like I said this before. This could be the game that ends the Witcher Batman argument, at least for number 1, which would make a lot of people less bitter.
Rocket League for game of the year.
We're just gonna troll the internet and just do that. Just like, hey guys, wait, we forgot something. How about Rocket League? Yes.
But anyway, on the other thing too, with your buddies, like the different buddies you can get, my favorite so far is Quiet. I'm sure a lot of people out there too, but like the dog.
Quiet is getting a lot of attention on the internet, so at this point, it's not even really a spoiler, I think.
And you could already tell from her face that she's the same girl that you set on fire in the prologue.
Yeah.
So I mean, but anyway, yeah, like plus, like, dude, when you are leveled up with her and you get like amazing connection already, she is an awesome ally. Like she is an awesome ally. I can see why John says you gotta level her up.
Say I'm not even that far in the game and I don't have enough time.
Yeah, the dog's still
I'm trying to get stuff done, but I keep wanting to do side missions because I want to be prepared, and then I'm like, but I need to make my base better to be prepared.
Like,
the last thing I know, I don't want Illidan coming down, setting my whole base on fire, and then giving his one-liner.
Did you enjoy that comic, Anthony? Oh god. Not a fan then. Okay.
But anyway, like I was saying, like D-Dog's actually a pretty good ally too. Like I already equipped him
He's a puppy.
I equipped him with a knife, dude. He's like Ninja Dog now.
Puppy.
Like right now he's a puppy for me, but like I want to get. My next day off is Thursday, and with the exception of an appointment I have with Anthony, and the stream, like Ray and I are testing out different streaming times and days because our schedules got swapped. Because we want to have a set streaming schedule, but life just kind of keeps screwing us over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Life is never consistent.
Anyway, the like I want to, because I've been looking at like Quinn's stuff in that game because he's way ahead of everyone besides maybe John, and I just want to have a long weekend or just a regular weekend where I sit and do nothing but play that game because it has been so much fun. Like the only time I take breaks is because I'm like, oh my god, I've been staring at a screen for 4 hours. Like I had a day and a half to play that game and I put 12 hours into it.
I like stayed up till like 4 a.m. like all the days off I had.
Understandable. If 4 a.m. was not 4 p.m. to me, I would understand where you're coming from. Oh my god.
Dude, that's just like, but it just kind of proves to, a lot of people out there that, hey man, they don't lie. The ratings don't lie. This game is fun.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so polished. It looks great. It's one of the 3 best looking games of the year with Batman and The Witcher. It looks great. There's all these tiny little details. There's details in the gameplay. There's so many options in the gameplay. The story is really entertaining. I kind of wish there was a little more of it, but I can't complain about what's there. Like the only real complaints I have are only really complaints if you're a Metal Gear fan. Like if you are a longtime Metal Gear fan, there are some things where you're like, man, that's kind of a bummer. But like for the average person, this entire game is awesome. And like I said, if it keeps up at this current pace and at this current, like, keeps doing what it's doing, I'm very super inclined to want to give it a 10. Like,
plus, I mean, plus there's not, the online hasn't even gone up yet. Like the Metal Gear Online.
True. Like Metal Gear Online, like the first 2 Metal Gear Onlines weren't like great, but they were fun. Like they were goofy. They were really goofy, and I really loved.
Is it a CQC off or something?
You can CQC. So if you shoot someone in the dick, it counts as a headshot.
Okay.
Instead of capture the flag, there's capture the frog, and like each team has a hero character in the originals. So like one team would have like Snake, who would have camo, and then the other team would have Ocelot, who could aim shots to ricochet off walls and stuff. So like I've seen really good Ocelot players like shoot a bullet, like look like he's not aiming at you, shoot at the wall and beam someone in the head.
Yeah, but anyway, like it would be great to see how the online plays out because they have you make an avatar, you can't even use them. So that's a little bit of a little gripe there, but still the game's good.
Yeah, they have you make it. I thought that was a joke by him though. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna this is a surprise. We get to customize." And be like, "Psych." So that was Kojima just being funny, I think.
Yeah, it's like we must do this appearance, but not really.
Yeah, I was actually
really online avatar. That's all.
I was really worried at first though because I was like, but I like the way Big Boss looks. Damn it.
So now I gotta give him some generic online Grand Theft Auto 5 template. Great.
Yeah, not only that, but it would make no sense in the canon because if you look at Big Boss and like Metal Gear 4. Spoilers, everyone. Spoilers for the 7-year-old video game. Sorry. But, like, he looks like an older version of the Big Boss we know from 3 and Peace Walker and this. Except his hair is a little more slicked back and not in a mullet. So. But yeah, so how far is everyone in the story? Like, I'm on that mission in 60-minute access. Like, Bremen, I know you're past that. Where are you, Anthony? Are you close to that, or?
I finished, like, the 5th mission where you learn how to knock out comm towers. So I'm still, like, way at the beginning.
Okay, so you're on, like, mission 6. Like, have you fought the... Like, what? Do you know the mission number?
Uh, let me check my iDroid right now. Okay, I finished mission number 4. Mission number 5, extract... Oh wait, that was that... Yeah, extract the engineer from a Soviet base camp.
The
And
one
mission...
I
And
found
mission 6, I haven't done it yet.
Mission 6, I had a lot of trouble with. Like, that was super hard to me.
Well, there's always a chicken hat.
No, I refuse. I refuse to use the goddamn chicken hat.
Yeah, I'm a freaking Metal Gear player, hardcore, so I am not using no chicken hat.
I am like I 100% in Metal Gear 3 way back when, and damn right I'm probably not gonna do that with any of the others, but man, I know that I can at least beat this game without having to resort to the pink bow equivalent. I do like games that do that though. That's just like, oh, you're a weenie. Here's something that lets you beat this, but acknowledges you suck.
Yeah, just
like
about.
like in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Like Ninja Gaiden Sigma, if you played it on easy mode, they put a pink bow around your arm.
Okay then.
All right, great. Okay, so that's Metal Gear. Has anyone played anything else?
No.
So I played a little bit of the new Madden. I like a lot of what they've done with that game. Like I like a lot of what they've done with it. Defense seems more prevalent. Catches seem more realistic. Ball physics seem more realistic. So like if it bounces off someone's hands, it'll actually bounce into the air and someone can catch it.
And the commentators?
Commentary still sucks. It's god awful. I'm 4-1. Anthony, this is just gonna break your heart. I'm 4-1 in online right now, and my one loss is because CJ Anderson fumbled when I was trying to run out the clock.
Oh.
It was just like there was 30 seconds left on the clock. I was in full field goal range, down by a point, and he fumbled. And I was just like,
Gotcha.
And it was just like my heart just broke. I was just like, ugh. I like what they're doing with that game. Like, if you haven't played Madden in a while, I say it's probably the one to pick up. But if you got last
year's, it's the only one to pick up.
Well, I mean, if you played last year's, then you can probably skip it. But if it's been a year or two, this might be the one you want to invest in. Also, I really like this new mode called Draft Champions, where they're like, hey, here are 3 players, pick one. Here are 3 players, pick one. Yeah, etc., etc., etc. And you build a team that way, and then you compete against other people who did that. So, like, the way I did it is, like, I picked, like, 4 of the best defensive linemen possible, and a bunch of really good offensive linemen. So now I can just beat the living crap out of people, even though all my skill positions are terrible. Any comments from Anthony, the other football fan?
Well, football kind of bites you when your character fumbles the football when you're trying to win. I must hang on. And that's the one time it... Oops.
For a second there, I was about to be like, Anthony just pulled John Madden.
Not my intention.
I remember that just like, if you make it into the end zone, you will be a touchdown. Thank you, John Madden. All right, well, let's see. I put some time into Madden. More Heroes of the Storm. I have started to try out more assassin characters because I've always been specialist or pushers or support. So I've been wanting to kind of branch out. And when
why be a pusher? You could be a dealer.
God, yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so Yeah, that game I'm gonna save for the raid, and that's really all I've been playing. So moving forward, that's about it as far as what we've been playing. Unless you guys got something else. You guys put any time into anything else?
Alright, it's all been Metal Gear this week.
I'm
What
playing
good?
something that has color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. So. Oh man, I know that I put some. So I've been reading up on some news, and hey, Anthony, you remember Uncharted 1, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you that you could play Uncharted 1 with the aiming 2 and 3?
I don't remember much about the gameplay of Uncharted 1 or how good it was because it was really long time ago.
Okay, well then I don't know how much this will impact you, but Uncharted 1 in the Uncharted collection is getting its aiming tweaked to be like 2 and 3.
That should be good.
Thank Christ. Because the aiming in that thing was so unbelievably floaty.
Well, they would have to update it. I mean, even graphics and everything.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it looks really good. Like I've been watching like the videos they put out from PAX. Like I downloaded the high res versions, and I'm like, Uncharted 2 and 3 in particular, up res with some new assets. Like they went in and redid all the assets to be up for 1080p instead of just upscaling. And like I'm like Uncharted 2 and 3 with 1080p assets almost look like modern video games. This is scary. Naughty Dog, what
Well,
deal?
Uncharted 2, not as much because I remember after playing The Last of Us, going back to Uncharted 2, I was like, yeah, you could tell Uncharted 2 shares a lot of things with Uncharted 3, but definitely it looks a little older.
Still though, I look at those games, they still look beautiful, and the now with the 1080p assets, they look even better. And I'm like, what devil magic did Naughty Dog make? Like Uncharted 3 is a 4-year-old game, and it still looks incredible. It still looks great. It is
I'm
a
still
gorgeous
amazed.
game.
I'm still amazed how The Last of Us looked as good as it did, ran as good as it did, and ran as smoothly as it did on the PlayStation 3.
I've been so one of my clients at work will play Grand Theft Auto 5 on the TV downstairs, and I'll occasionally watch him play it. And he's on the 360 version. I'm like, this looks really good. Like, this is
Like,
surprising that this
like
runs.
we seen what Grand Theft it was shocking because remember Grand Theft Auto 4 on the 360? Blur mess.
Blur, like I actually booted up 4 recently on the PS3, and it is also a blurry, horrible mess.
And then
The-
they made Los Santos on that same hardware. It's shocking. It's like, so if PCs had this kind of optimization, we won't need new computers ever again. But, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well-
GTA 4 on the PC actually doesn't look like a blurry piece of crap.
Actually, the Ballad of Gay Tony, if you get the Stories of Liberty City disc,
Yep.
which they put the 2 expansions on a disc, the city actually looks quite a bit better than the standard GTA 4. Because you get more color, everything's not as brown. If you have that disc.
They saturate stuff. Yeah, I noticed that also when I was playing. Lost and Damned looks the worst because they put that grain filter on it along with all that gray. It's just like, oh God, what is going on? No, no, stop this, please. Oh God. So yeah. But yeah, like I'll look over and see him playing the 360 version of that game and just be just super impressed. Like it just blows my mind sometimes how good it looks.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, any commentary on that? Just no, maybe so. Like yeah, it definitely does not look as good.
At the time, though, Grand Theft Auto 4 blew our minds away. Right?
Yeah.
Welcome to Awkward Silence section of GameKast.
Sorry,
I got nothing for that. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto still was like it was fun for its time, and like it looked good to me. I had no problem with it.
yeah, like that game. The technical wizardry to get that shit to work was astounding. Like no doubt, just that was witchcraft as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's probably. Someone told me about this a long time ago, but someone told me, well, why does a Pixar movie look so great? It's because they have one animator that does nothing but hair. That's all you focus on. Just hair. Nothing else. So, I don't know if it's the same thing at Rockstar, where the only thing you ever stare at are human eyes. And you animate human eyes. That's all you ever do. That's your full-time job. I don't know if that's similar logic, but apparently someone told me that's how Pixar works out.
I mean, I could see that. Like, I could see that because I was reading about the making of that game. They're like, yeah, like we paid a whole bunch of people to just walk around LA County taking pictures. That was their entire job, was to walk around LA County in every different part of LA County and just take a crap ton of pictures.
Which makes sense because you actually want your game to look like the place it's based on.
Yeah.
And it's pretty successful because I remember very vividly that I've been to SoCal many times, so it's mostly Orange County, but I've been down to Southern California a few times, and I drive through and I'm like, yep, this definitely looks like LA area. And after Grand Theft Auto 5, when we went down there for E3, I'm like, yep, welcome to Los Angeles.
Yeah, no, I made that god awful joke on the E3 drive. Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, it was still experience though.
Yeah, they did a great job with that game. It's incredible. That game is.
No, I mean the experience of driving there and having our windows closed.
God damn it! Is Grand Theft Auto what made Anthony want to roll up his windows in shitty areas? Because I don't blame him for that. Then.
No, I know. What we could have done is probably,
the reason why I did that wasn't necessarily because of the neighborhood, more like because we were being kind of loud. And I kind of didn't want like the wrong word to fly out of the car and provoke somebody.
Yeah, you didn't want us to get stabbed, so good job.
Yeah, like it wasn't because it was iffy neighborhood. I mean, I understand that, yeah, obviously my car is not armored. That's obvious. It's just that I kind of was thinking, we're probably being a little too loud, and I don't want us to accidentally say something wrong and get ourselves in some serious shit here, so... Okay, that was my logic. I know it looked pretty hilarious, but that was my logic at the time.
I mean, I get where you're coming from.
Of course, we would have avoided that area in general had we not gotten lost trying to find some place to eat. It's like, let's go to Wendy's, and let's go to Wendy's, and it's like right next to this university, I think, and it was like apparently closed already because it had all the boards up and on the windows, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Then we got lost and ended up in the more Franklin area of the city.
The more God damn it!
I don't even know what that area of the city is called.
It's called fucking Compton.
It wasn't Compton. No, we were not in Compton, but we were somewhere closer to downtown LA.
Wait, so you telling me we came straight out of Compton? Is that what you're just saying?
Oh my god, I'm so done with this show now. I'm so done.
Right, let's end this.
Okay, first off, no, but like that is Franklin. I would hate to inform Anthony this, but like the area Franklin is from, the area Franklin is from in those games is Compton. So we were most certainly not in Compton. So that's
It's still an iffy area. It's still pretty iffy though.
Oh yes, it was not.
Yeah.
I will agree with you that like if you want to say that that place was not kosher, I will agree with you, but you know, like, but to say that that was as bad as like Franklin's area, I'm like,
Well, the thing is, I'd say the shops look about the same. I wouldn't exactly say the residential neighborhood because we weren't in one. It was just the businesses were just kind of,
yeah, they were sketchy as hell. Like,
I'm not saying that we actually drove through Compton, but it was just kind of like the businesses in the area were just like, yeah, we're definitely not in the. Yeah, we probably need to find our way back to a freeway.
Yeah,
let's put it that way.
I get where you're coming from, though.
It was still daylight, so we weren't exactly about to get shot yet. But yeah, that's what happens when you get lost. You always end up in the wrong area of the city, in a bad way. Yeah, it's not like you get lost and you're like, oh, there's DeSantis neighborhood.
Not always, but a lot of the time. Like,
yeah.
I know that Quinn and I nearly got lost in Seattle. That was fun. Oh man.
Well, I don't know what other games. Wait, what other games are coming out next month or the month after?
Like September or October?
October. What's the good games?
Rock Band 4 is coming out in October, and I am going to do everything in my power to pick that damn game up.
I wonder how much the plastic instruments will cost this time, because I need one.
So, do you just want a guitar or the full band?
I'm gonna start with guitar. Depends on whether I want to get more. Maybe a guitar or two, because I could imagine more than one person playing that game in my house at the same time.
It's $130 for the game and a guitar. A singular guitar. Yeah, so...
Yeah, that kind of hurt a little.
No, you don't even know, dude. Like, I'm looking at that full band price, and I'm just like... It kills me on the inside. Because, like, I need new drums. I've gone through two...
It's like, if I'm going to pay that much for a plastic instrument, it better hold up.
Like, I'm looking at, like, I want to get that like, full band kit on the one hand, but on the other hand, I'm just like, that's so goddamn expensive. Like, oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. Like, I might just say screw it and just get a guitar bundle, because one of my guitars is going out, and I'll just have to live with crappy drums for a little longer. But
that's why you're not supposed to smash the guitar. You know, you see bands do it. You don't really do that, Bronson. Come on.
I know they nearly kicked me out of E3 for it. Eric Pope was very mad.
Wait, what happened?
Eric Pope, like, wasn't he?
I think I was joking. Brenton was implying that I smash guitars like a real rock.
If it was the darkness and you were allowed to, you would.
You are correct.
You would if you were allowed to.
Yeah.
Especially during that epic finale.
Yeah, where that like 1 minute long guitar solo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Rock Band 4 is gonna be so exciting. Because I actually was never around during the music. I was not there during the music craze because, well, let's just say I was busy playing Western RPGs and not music games. And not to mention, can you imagine how hard it is for me to convince my parents, hey, could you buy this expensive thing for me? They'd probably say no.
So, if you, like, I'm definitely inviting you to the birthday thing. Do you want to know what the price of the full band is? Like, you want the full setup?
200? Sorry, no, 300?
250. You were very close.
Oh.
But if you pre-order, you get 34 extra songs. So, I don't know. Like, I added it up, and I'm like, I'm thinking about it. It's like one of those things where it's like, this would be my game purchase for the next 2.5 months. 2 to 3 months. Like, I would buy this and I would not buy another game until January. So, especially because I have to pay you back. Like, that's one of those things where it's just like, God damn it, I'm thinking about it. Because I love Rock Band. Like, Rock Band...
Oh, yeah.
Like, you weren't there during... Like, Anthony Todd will finally get to experience one of the Rock Band parties at my house. Like during high school, we used to throw those all the time.
Yeah, see that one time I did not go. That epic Rock Band party, I did not go because I got stuck trying to paint a house. So that was really unfortunate.
I'll see if I will see if I can recreate the experience by bringing like a bunch of people who used to go to those. But like I said, like worst case scenario, I have to use my old instruments and I just buy the disc. But best case scenario, I work a shit ton of overtime and that can happen. Yeah. So, Anthony, are you excited to have your Xbox One soon?
I mean, it really depends. Right now, it's like I really have like a lot to do right now, so it's kind of like, man, as much as I would really love to buy Forza on the day it comes out, it's just that, I can wait. But that limited edition bundle that makes really stupid cheesy car noises out of a cheap tin can speaker, and that blue paint. I don't know. I mean, Forza's gonna come out in about a week, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, but I'm so busy, but limited edition bundle, but cars.
So, that is a piece of news.
But lack of Gran Turismo.
They announced, so that was a piece of news. We'll move on to news. They did announce some Rock Band for, more of the set list, and the Proto Man are in Rock Band now. The Proto Man are in Rock Band. I repeat, this is not a drill. This is not a drill.
You may proceed to geek out.
Yeah, light up the night. They picked the best possible song for that.
Oh, was it that one that you said that dude's vocals are incredible?
No, that's the Will of One, but like it's that really 80s one I sent you. The one that is like the most 80s.
New wave? 80s?
No, not that bad.
Okay.
So like rock 80s.
Okay.
Kind of like the songs you hear in Metal Gear.
Yes, very much like the songs you play in Metal Gear. Also, for those of you who have the PC version of that game, what you can do is you can go into the game's files, go to soundtracks, and put your own MP3s in and use them for intro music and music in the game.
So you could have a helicopter just play some hella 2000s stuff?
Yep. Yes, you can.
Or
so...
it's going to be Nincat, isn't it?
Well, I don't think that's... I mean, that's one funny way of... Well, that's more like Fitz Bronson's helicopter because it's pink. You could play some, like, really 2000s hip-hop and just arrive. Oh, man.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, that's just one way you could do it.
I'm sure people have done that already.
Yeah, pretty sure they have.
But I'm good with the music that's on there.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. I actually want to find more cassette tapes. Like, I'm actually considering going online, printing out a guide of where all the cassette tapes are and getting them all. Because right now my intro music is "Kids in America."
That's it? That's all you have?
No, I have like 6 songs, but that's the one I use. There's "Behind the Drapery," "She Blinded Me with Science," some J-pop song, "Kids in America," "Only Time Will Tell," "The Final Countdown." They have "Take on Me." Oh my god.
Yeah, I always use "The Final Countdown."
I would do. They got "Man Eater," "Rebel Yell," "Love Will Tear Us Apart," but no, they have "Take on Me," Anthony.
Oh boy, can you imagine just that showing up and all the enemies in the game just stand there with their rifles and are like, what is that heli?
Take Take me on, take on me. Oh my god,
Yeah, you're just asking
This
for a rocket to be shot at you then.
I feel as though this game that game has really something for everyone. Like it has this like the cinematic stuff Anthony likes. There's the open world John really likes. The depth of mechanic Bremen's into. Like depth of mechanics and stupid shit for me. Like it's a very gamey game.
I also like how this game is like it's Metal Gear Solid, but unlike 4, this game this it's Metal Gear, but it feels, at least to me, new and fresh. It probably does not. I mean, I know, like if you play Peace Walker, the opinion might be different, but for me, it's like this is still Metal Gear, but it is not Metal Gear 4 2.0. It's Metal Gear, but something new, at least for me.
It's like it expands on the ideas of Peace Walker in tons and tons and tons of ways. I really think they should have called it Peace Walker 2.
The problem I have though with like I think the only small little gripe I have about this one too, besides the one I said earlier, is the fact that why are we going back to the past? Let's give us the future events now.
Well, because it was one of the gaps in the story. Like from 1964 to and also there's nothing left in the future. Like Metal Gear 4 sealed up like almost everything, and what wasn't sealed up by that was taken care of in God, what's the name? Rising. So
wait, like refresh my memory here, because I remember seeing Snake putting a gun to his mouth or head.
Remember, like that was a fake out. That was a fake out.
No, but like, I mean, when you finish it.
Like the big boss. Why is there an echo? But like Big Boss talks to him in the graveyard and then dies in front of the boss's grave, and like Snake decides like, yeah, I'm gonna go live my last couple months of my life, and all the stuff with the Patriots and DW and Zero and Cypher and all that stuff was taken care of, and the world is free and back to normal. Like there wasn't really much left besides, you know, what they sealed up in Rising with like robotic people. And then Rising cleared that up. So yeah, like that's.
You mean Raiden cleared it all up?
No. No.
Metal Gear Raiden? Revenge. Oh, that's a mouthful.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Yeah, I was trying to say Metal Gear Raiden Revengeance, but that's
who the guy is.
That's who you play as in that game. That's
I know.
A really good game. But so, like the only place in the timeline that they don't have filled is between Peace Walker / Ground Zeroes and Metal Gear 1, not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear 1, and between like Metal Gear 2 and Metal Gear Solid. Like they could do a side story with Liquid set between Metal Gear 2 and Metal Gear Solid, or they could have done this. Or they could have done like a World War II game based around the Cobra unit. That actually would have been kind of kick-ass.
Yeah, they would be fighting G.I. Joe.
No, you'd be fighting with G.I. Joe.
Cobra?
No, the Cobra... God fucking no. I get your joke. I get your joke now. God, it took me a minute. But no. God damn it. Oh. Damn it, Bremen. Damn it, Bremen.
Well, hey man, someone's got to keep this shit going.
But no, the Cobra unit from the third game, so the end, the pain, the fear, the boss, the sorrow, and the fury were all this unit that was like a bunch of really badass American commandos with superpowers in in Metal Gear 3. Like they were a bunch of heroes in World War II. So I mean, they could have done a story about that, but like that's as far back in the timeline as you can go. We've done the future. Like there's 3 plots they can go. They can go to the World War II, they can go to where we are with Metal Gear 5, or they can go between Metal Gear 2 and Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, but that's the question is there even going to be another Metal Gear? Because Konami,
No. I'm telling you, There might be another Metal Gear Rising, like that might be a thing, but there will not. There will indeed not be another Metal Gear. That I can tell you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't, this is well, especially now with no Kojima. So
yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know. It seems that he's gone out on a high note though. Like the ultimate, the like real ultimate crappy thing would have been like if he would have went out on like a really crappy game.
yeah, true. But
what I think ended up happening with this and Konami and Kojima in general is like someone caught him in a room like motion capturing a plant for the ultimate detail, and they're like, "What? How are you spending all this money? Why are you doing this? No, to finish this game and get your shit and get out." Like, because Kojima has been able to operate just and do whatever the hell he has wanted since like 1998, and in all honesty, he's kind of earned it. But Konami is going in a way that he can't do that anymore.
Yeah, they go into the slots. I know.
Yeah, and to be completely fair, like Kojima has such a reputation that he could go to any publisher and be like, "Hey,
can you imagine just at the next conference, it's like, hey guys, we've got Kojima."
Like
I don't know what Sony's doing, I don't know what Microsoft's doing, but it's just kind of really interesting how the two are like two of them are just like trying to court developers and big names.
That's like trying to draft LeBron James to your team.
Here's the thing. I think it's more likely to be Sony, just because he's had a better relationship with them. And I think that it is basically going to be who can offer him the blankest of checks to do whatever the hell he pleases. That is
and food.
And food. God, his Twitter is so weird. I love his Twitter. Babes. Bremen, have you followed Kojima on Twitter at all?
No, did not. Why? It's all about food?
It is the best. Like, he will just post random pictures of his lunch. And then like, after that big tsunami a few years back, like, the next day, he just posts one tweet. I'm okay. That's it. Just, I'm okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
We actually came within standing within 10 feet of him.
Yeah, we did.
At E3, and Brevin's pissed.
Well, yeah, I did.
Because right when we realized they were already moving.
It's alright. I know he's like, he can go anywhere he wants now. So,
one thing that made me laugh is like, Nick and I saw him in like walking out of the Microsoft press conference like twice, and we're like, "Brevin, there's Kojima," and you thought we were screwing with you. And then later that day, like, we see him again, and you don't notice, and you're like, "Guys, quit messing with me." And then one more time, we see him, and we're like, "No, dude, there's Kojima!" And you finally see him, and he's like 10 feet away, and you're like, you were starstruck. And the entire time, we're like, "Yes, we have seen Kojima like 5 times."
Yeah, I know.
You want to know who I seem to run into at every single E3 at least once? The editor-in-chief of Game Informer, Andy McNamara. Like, I don't know why, but like, it seems I run into that dude like at least twice at both E3s. I don't know. I also end up finding Gus Sorolla a lot, which I find that to be weird. He's one of the guys over at Rooster Teeth. Anthony,
you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah, like Anthony, you and I met Tim Geddes from over at Kinda Funny. That was weird.
Did?
Yeah, remember? I was with you when I met that guy, right?
I know we met the guy from Video Game High School, but he was in a hurry. Was he?
No. Oh, God. I remember we did meet Jimmy Wong. But we also met... I know we met Tim Geddes. I talked with him with you. We were sitting there relaxing, and then we saw him. We went up and talked to him. I
know we talked to David Jaffe.
David Jaffe was so cool. David Jaffe is the coolest person. Um, Bad interview because I was super nervous, but like,
Oh, he had a lot to say, so that made up for it.
yeah, like
He really was pitching his new game.
I was so nervous during that interview because I'm such a big fan of his work. Like I was just like, oh god, it's David Jaffe. I'm having a stroke. I'm having
You
a
didn't
stroke.
seem as nervous because, like, have you seen me being nervous?
That's because
You don't seem that bad in comparison. Okay?
that's because I fake it really well. But like the entire time internally, I'm like, it's David Jaffe. It's David Jaffe. It's David Jaffe. That's the second time I've met him actually. I met Greg Miller for like 2 seconds. Like I'm like, oh hey Greg, I shook his hand. He was like, yo dude, I gotta go. I gotta be on stage real quick. But nice meeting you. Glad to meet a fan. He seemed like a really nice dude. Who else have I met at those shows? You meet you meet a lot of really big name people there, and like it it shouldn't surprise you, but it still kind of does. Um,
Because you
uh,
were there in person and they acknowledged your existence
yeah,
and not a camera.
yeah. God, who?
Like it's kind of weird. Like, for example, can you imagine, like, for us, this hasn't really happened to us, but it's happened to Nick a few times. Like, for you and I, we talk to a microphone, basically. We talk to a microphone and we talk to a camera to some unknown audience out there. Can you imagine a fan walking up to you, shaking your hand, like, "Oh my goodness, you're Bronson Fury. I'm a big fan of what you do." Can you imagine the day you finally get told that in person?
We did get told that. Remember when we were at Game Expo?
I know, that was the first time. And I was like,
That,
it's just
that was
the first time you ever get told that. It kind of blows your mind away because you're used to reading, praise like, "Oh, you guys do great work," like in the comic session, but to have a real person standing right before you tell you that is like, is this real?
not like even when I get Facebook messages, like my Facebook's pretty out there. I accept friend requests from fans as long as they send a message beforehand telling me, "Hey, I'm a fan." Like that's my big thing. Like if you are a fan of our site and you add me on something, tell me you're a fan first and you're not just some strange person. Because then I will accept it happily. But like it's so weird to like have people who are fans of our stuff like add me on Facebook and be like, "Hi, bro," like, "Hey, I'm a big fan of your work." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you, man." Da 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 da. You know. Um, but yeah, so like it's a really surreal moment. And it's really surreal meeting people that you've like looked up to for a while. Like I know that one of the big reasons I got into game journalism was like the old GameSpot guys who are now the Giant Bomb guys. Like I met them at a PAX 3 years ago, and it was like this super surreal moment of like, oh yeah, you guys are totally the reason I went down this super weird, obtuse career path. Oh,
Okay.
because I'm like that seems like Um, yeah. God, who else have we met at E3? We met a couple other really kind of weird people.
It's really interesting because because it's like you sit behind a computer and you're like, "Oh wow, they are the top of game entertainers or journalists," and then you see them in person, you're like, "You're a person, you're real."
Which I feel is part of the problem with like the disconnect of the internet on the bad side of the internet because people are like, "Fuck you, I hate you," da 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 da. Like they don't realize that that is actually like a real person on the other side of that. Uh,
Yeah.
because you'll be like people have sent me multiple comments about all kinds of things that I've spoke on. Like I remember getting a couple like we did a panel at what was that anime thing that was in March, Otaku Palooza, and like I commented on my opinion on the term casual gamer, and like someone watched it and I got like a PSN message being like, "Hey, I disagree for reasons X, Y, and Z. You suck." Yeah, and I'm like, "Thank you. You could have voiced that opinion in a not shitty way." But you chose to be extra crappy. Thank you.
Yes, because his username, not his face.
Yeah.
His username said that, not his face.
Yeah, like it's really
I know, it's the internet anonymity thing.
yeah, like it's really in real life I can totally see how it'd be hard to tell people like, you know, what your real opinion is
Because
there.
it's like, it's really different because when you read messages like that in your brain, it's like, but in real life, it's probably not as attacking. It's just like, oh, well, it just sucks because, you know, this. It's not like particularly as attacking as a message may suggest, but you never know.
I remember the first time I met David Jaffe was at PAX 2011. And I played the Twisted Metal demo before, like the stage demo they had, the booth demo, before meeting him. And I told him like, yeah, I thought the game was really good. Da da da. He's like, oh, okay. What'd you like about what do you like? I'm like, I really like the missile. I really like the team-based aspect. The shooting feels really good. But I was like, but the controls feel kind of weird. And he like that dude just wanted to talk like, oh, what would you do? What would you fix? Da 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 da. And like I was able to express my opinion in a non-crappy way with my displeasure with those controls. And two, like he was super interested on like how he could fix them and stuff, and I was just like, uh, you know, so yeah, and like it can be super nervous, and it was super nervous to do that. It's like, oh, guys, gonna think my game was terrible, but no, like in reality, he was like, oh, okay, well, what would you do? I was like, I would do this. So.
You're the guy who's going to be playing his game, so. Back.
Yeah, I'm the guy who's gonna sit there and review his game and be like, this is great or this is terrible. And I believe I gave Twisted Metal like one.
Oh, the other thing too is it's outside perspective. Because obviously, if you work on the game, you're gonna know every single little trick on how to, you know, be super pro at it. But if you like have an, you know, person on the outside play, they probably can and will see things that your development team didn't or your beta testers didn't.
That's anything. Like, you know, we're all in a creative field in the case of making entertainment for this website. And at times, like, even we get caught in this echo chamber of like, of course this is the correct way to do this. You know, which that like it can be really hard to get out of that. But I think we also do a really good job of like trying to see stuff from a different perspective so we can adapt. But,
well, I think it's kind of good when everyone on the website thinks differently.
Which absolutely is how things are.
It's like how, like, look at you and me and Bremen. We're just like you. We're extroverted. I'm just kind of more. I'd rather play a single player game. Bremen's just
a pervert.
Yes.
A good-looking pervert, though.
A very handsome, degenerate pervert.
Ouch.
I called him handsome, at least.
You're just softening the blow, really.
But no, I love you, Bremen. But it's good that we have those different personalities because it does kind of cancel out the echo chamber effect. Because in game development, it's
because imagine if it's a website of 10 Bronsons. There's Batman and nothing else. And Metal Gear.
Bremen would be okay with all Batman all the time.
Actually, yeah, that is kind of true.
Batman's pretty great.
On a website of 10 Anthony's, shooters would never get any attention.
Like, I think it makes it so we, like, no one thing overrides anything else. That's the good side. Like, for instance, a lot of people on the site aren't super big on indie games, but Tori, me, and Stephanie really are into those style of games. And then, like, Anthony and you and Nick and Bremen kind of like more self-serious stuff. But then, like, I know Ray's not staff, but he does help us with stuff, and myself and John kind of like goofier stuff. You know, like
This is why our game of the year has actually turned out pretty darn good.
This is why game
with the exception of a couple things.
Like, look, man, we don't like just.
Yes,
don't
okay. I'm not gonna light down a fire again.
Don't bring up the hurt. Like we'll get them back this year. Don't worry, we'll get them back. Like, well, Anthony, there's gonna be some game you and I agree on, and we're just like, fuck everyone else. This, yeah, like Ori and the Blind Force is incredible. Fuck you if you don't understand that. yeah, when you have an Xbox, I can actually like let you borrow that game. So that'll be cool. You'll find
Okay.
that game's hard.
Also, it's kind of a little fun just kind of toying with a couple of my friends because I would sign on to the Xbox app on Windows 10 and be like, "Hi," and they were like, "You got an Xbox One?" I'm like, "No, I'm on the Xbox app on my PC."
You're a dick. you are a dick.
No, I just want to say hi to them because I haven't chatted with them in like a while.
Okay,
but for some reason decided not to pick up the phone.
Was it Kenneth or was it like Kenneth?
It was Kenneth. It was kind of funny because on his system it probably says Xbox app, but it probably confused him because he doesn't know that there's an app on Windows 10.
I actually use the Xbox app on my phone or right now my tablet to like download stuff on the way. Oh man, it's a yeah. All right, well, anyway, yeah, but like we have a very good staff where we help balance each other out. And like it's getting to the point though where like with 7 people and an intern, Game of the Year awards are just going to be just like everyone gets a knife and just go at it. Whoever has the least stab wounds wins.
So it becomes a blood sport.
Yeah, like it's turning into Black Friday.
Except Black Friday is not as crazy as it used to be because everyone already has a good TV.
Go to Walmart. Telling you right now, go to Walmart.
Okay, well, we went to Best Buy, but then, granted, they opened 3 or 4 hours earlier.
Also, we were not there when it opened. That's another thing. Like,
yeah, but even then, it used to be like you were fighting and killing and murdering just to get that television, and we walked into Best Buy and TVs everywhere, game consoles everywhere.
Filthy casual Black Fridayers. Don't even know how to Black Friday right. There's no murder.
So you're supposed to beat down the door, run over an employee, possibly trample that employee into the hospital, and fight for that television.
Yeah.
You need to be on the news.
Yeah.
Seriously, I feel like what was it like the late 2000s when it's got really, really ridiculous.
Yeah,
and then this past holiday, it's either everyone stocked up better or people just weren't really buying and biting. And you know, you think about it, what used to be like the ones Black Friday items that sold the craziest: TVs, game consoles, computers, and flash drives. Flash drives still kind of fly off the shelves. TVs, well, everyone pretty much has an HD TV now, and 4K is.
Game consoles did exceptionally well. It's just I guess they just manufactured enough finally. It was weird.
Yeah, so there isn't as much rioting over it.
But I'm telling you right now, go to a goddamn Walmart on Black Friday when it opens. You will still see the violence. You will still see the pain.
You will see the savagery of the human race.
You will see, as I like to call it, the beautiful game. God. Ooh. Alright, so yeah, like Game of the Year awards this year, gonna be hell. Gonna be absolute hell. Like, yeah.
For all I know, we could have already figured out one. It's just now fighting for everything else.
Yeah, but like even if we have our number 1 figured out, like even getting that the others 2 through 10, because we got Mario Maker, Forza, Dengeki, Tales, Halo, Tomb Raider, Fallout, Star Wars, Xenoblade, Rainbow Six, Just Cause, all coming out.
Oh joy!
My heart still tells me it's gonna be Metal Gear.
Well, yeah, but there's like, it's a top 10 list. There's 9 other spots to figure out.
What I would laugh. You want to be really like, if Persona 5 by some miracle makes it out this year. That'd be really funny.
The problem is if it comes out too late, there's no time we can feasibly finish it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like how we pushed Guilty Gear.
Like something like Rainbow Six Siege, you could probably play in a week and have a very good opinion of it. Something like Persona, no.
We'd have to push it to 2016.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like December is the part where it's like, unless your game can be reasonably, progressed in a matter of a week or two, chances are the game's gonna have to be out next. We're gonna have to consider it for next year. Sorry.
Anyway.
Anything else?
That's about it. Oh, wait. Uncharted 4 has a release date, March 18th.
All right.
Set your calendars for greatness, all.
Everyone take that day off. That's a Tuesday, right? Is that a Tuesday? Like, is that a Tuesday? Or...
Unless you're Nintendo, almost everything comes out on Tuesday.
Sony's been doing Friday launches, though, and that is a Friday
Assassin's
launch.
Creed's on Friday. Like, I always felt like Fridays were better days to launch games because, you know, if you were in high school, well, congrats, it's the weekend.
As a grown adult, though, who has...
As a grown adult, you never know.
Like, yeah, as a grown adult who has Thursdays and Fridays off, I'm A-okay with Tuesday being the day games come out. You know, Friday is fine. Like, Friday is fine because I can have the whole day to play it until I have to be to work at midnight. Because Graveyard... Oh, God. One thing about working Graveyard, like, you have no idea what day it is most of the time. I could not, just no idea. Like, the middle of my week, like, I am constantly asking Ray, like, wait, is today Monday going into Tuesday, or is it Tuesday going into Wednesday? Yeah. So. Anyway, Uncharted 4. So, anyway, everybody, this has been the GameKraft GameKast on the GamerAccess.com. We are on Facebook.com. Just look up the GamerAccess.com. We're on Twitter at the GamerAccess and Twitch.tv/TheGamerAccess. We have a donate button there. Please, we appreciate your donations. It helps us get us to E3, PSX, helps us pay for desperately needed equipment such as capture cards. Also, some of you have been asking about Super Senpai Bros on my personal Facebook. We know, like, Ray and I have had schedule changes and life stuff going on. We will try and stream more. We're trying to hammer out a good time to where we can stream consistently weekly. We really want to get that down for you guys, but it's hard for us to nail down. But we're trying. We swear. We are going to get it done. Anyway, this has been Anthony Ta.
Yes.
Brandon Milan.
Yo.
And Bronson Fiore. Bye. We love you. Go outside. Have fun.
Peace.
Walker.
That was bad. Real bad.